Hi, I'm Dr. Rahul Bharad. I welcome you all to my series What Life Has Taught Me Yesterday. Today, when I'm recording this video, is 25th of June 2023. I'll be talking what 24th of June has taught me in life. If you remember, on 25th of June 1983, that is exactly 40 years back, India won its first Cricket World Cup at Lord's in London. That was a very big moment in Indian cricket history. If you are a cricket lover, you must be knowing by now that it was on 25th of June that Kapil Dev first lifted ICC Cricket World Cup trophy, ODI trophy, and we were the first amongst all the other teams in the world apart from West Indies to win this World Cup for the first time, because previous two World Cups were won by mighty West Indies team. So today is a special day for all of us. On 25th of June, we know that we had won the World Cup. About yesterday's life lesson, it was quite interesting. It was about a fact that I was quite busy in the morning. I had to attend two calls at a very closer time distance from each other. One call was around 10:30 and another was at 11 a.m. So if I would have woken up even earlier than the scheduled time, the usual time of waking up, I could have managed all those things in a smoother way. So that was the most important lesson I got. Many a times we hear from great people that those people who wake up very early, they start their day quite early, they get that extra edge from other people. And I truly agree with that sentence, that we all should try to get up early, as early as possible, so that we can plan all the activities accordingly. We don't have to rush throughout the day, plus we get extra time, and who doesn't want that extra time to go ahead of the people. So yesterday there was no problem because of me. I was not very late in waking up, but I woke up at my routine time. And if I could have got up from the bed earlier than the routine time, I could have managed yesterday's day probably in a better way. And that was the most important thing I learned from yesterday's life. What you people are thinking about waking up earlier and starting your day, do tell me in the comment box. If you like these kind of small discussions which I have from my daily life, do like, share and subscribe to my channel. What is your thinking about waking up very early? I know some of the people wake up very early in the morning, around 4:30 a.m., 5 a.m. They start their day with daily exercises. They get fresh air by doing the exercises in open grounds and gardens, etc., or jogging parks, etc. There are quite a lot parks, etc., in various cities nowadays. So facilities are there to make our life healthier and smoother and better. Are we taking advantages of all those facilities? That is the bigger question. If you are taking advantage of that, do tell me in the comment box. How do you like to spend your early morning? What do you do to make yourself a healthier person day by day, and every time you go out of the home early morning? What are your suggestions and your feelings about waking up early, starting your day early, and trying at least to sleep as early as possible in the night? Because what has happened in last few years, I would say, we people are pushing our sleeping time than the usual. We are pushing it late by late, and we are waking up very late as compared to the few years earlier people used to wake up. So that's not going to help. That's not going to get something very positive in our life. Rather, we all should try to sleep early, to make less use of mobiles, especially while sleeping or just before sleeping, because that is one of the most important reason we don't get to sleep early in the night, and then we wake up quite late as compared to a healthy waking up time. And the ideal, according to Vedas also, what I have heard and read about, is that waking up at almost 3:33 a.m. is extremely good for any human being, because that is the time when you have the maximum concentration in your body and all your systems will work very properly in that time. So what do you think about that? Do tell me in the comment box. For me, yesterday's most important lesson is that I could have woken up earlier and started the day in a better way, so that I could have got the results in a better way. There was some rush in the day which resulted in some hurry during the day, which shouldn't have happened, and if I would have tried to do things in a better way earlier, starting the day would have helped me. Most important news I came across yesterday is about weather conditions. We all know El Nino is going to affect our weather this year. What is El Nino in a Spanish language? El Nino means Christ child or the little boy. El Nino is the phenomenon which happens because of the too much of heat, which causes vaporization of the surface water across the oceans and across the globe, and that impacts actual the monsoon in India and various other parts of the world, various monsoon kind of other temperature regulating things. So in India, monsoon might get affected because of El Nino. Because of that rain, there is possibility that this year rain might come lower than they expected, which is not a good thing for farmers. So what is that El Nino is going to do is that it is going to rise the temperature across the globe. It will make viral diseases more common, such as dengue, Zika virus, chikungunya virus. These are the diseases which are spread by various organisms like mosquito, etc., and warmer temperatures are very much suitable for them. So recently WHO head Mr. Tedros had taken a press conference and explained to the world that there are more chances of these mosquito transmissible diseases, and we all should take more care to prevent them. How to prevent mosquito in India? There are some simple measures. Wear full sleeves clothes, use mosquito repellents whenever possible, use nets whenever possible, consult your physician, doctor as early as possible whenever you don't feel better or you feel there are chances of any viral illness or something is not right with your body or your feelings. So consult your doctors as early as possible. Dengue can go wrong. Dengue's patient can become very critical sometimes. So we all should take care of that, and possible prevention must be undertaken to prevent such things. So if WHO has declared that we need to be more cautious this year about these mosquito transmissible diseases, we all should take care accordingly. So I'll be sharing link in the description box about that news. If you want to read more about that press conference by WHO, do go to the description box and read about it. One of the most important trending news I came across yesterday is about Cricket World Cup. Some of you might be knowing that Cricket World Cup qualifiers are going on. Already 8 teams have qualified for the World ODI ICC Cricket World Cup to be held in India in October-November. But 2 teams are yet to qualify. For those 2 spots, various teams are playing. Almost 12 teams are playing currently qualifier matches in Zimbabwe. Yesterday there was very interesting match between Zimbabwe and West Indies. Zimbabwe won the match by 35 runs. They beat West Indies quite in a very interesting match. Earlier West Indies were favourite to win that match, but somehow Zimbabwe pulled that match in the second innings by making West Indies fell short of 35 run to the target, and that is the most trending Zimbabwean player. Raza is one of the most trending person currently in that team. And most important thing is that very few years back, almost I can remember 2003, Zimbabwe were semi-finalist, but later on, because of political conditions, because of poor state condition, poor country's economy, Zimbabwe team was somewhere out of the league than the regular cricket playing nations. But recently, in last 3-4 years, Zimbabwe team is coming back. Now we can again see that cricketing spark in their team, and I hope they will perform even better in the coming Super 6 leagues of this series to make sure that they qualify for the Cricket World Cup. In this qualifying matches, there are interesting teams such as Nepal, USA, UAE, Sri Lanka, West Indies. So these teams are trying to get qualified for those two spots which are vacant for the World Cups to be played amongst the 10 teams in India in October and November. So stay tuned till the World Cup gets started, and which team gets qualified, let's see. I'll be sharing link in the description box about yesterday's news. If you want to read more about that, there is very interesting article about yesterday's Zimbabwe West Indies match. Please read about it if you want to know more about that trending news. For today we'll stop here. Bye bye.